Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today making my predictions for the second AEW pay-per-view in a week's time, the 2023 edition of All Out. We'll start things off with a championship match for the TNT title where Luchasaurus, the TNT champion, will put his title on the line against Darby Allin. For me, it seems every time there's a TNT title match, we all focus on how this match could help set up the TNT title to be viewed as what it used to be before this whole slog of stuff where the TNT title has not been viewed in such a high regard in most people's eyes. Well, I think Christian holding on to the title, proclaiming he's the TNT champion, and he really isn't, has done things to make it where people care about this feud. I don't think it's done things to where people care about the title. And I think for people to care about the title, we need a consistent champion that people will see having competitive and good matches. And I think that Darby Allin winning the TNT title here is the way to go, and that is my pick for this match against Luchasaurus. As we saw in the past when Darby Allin was the TNT champion and ended his reigns and looked at as being probably one of the top 4 best TNT champions in company history, I think Darby getting the title could put this in many different ways, where we see he's going to be defending the title against anyone because he has matches with anyone with a pulse. We could see this be brought into the Nick Wayne stuff with him and AR Fox, where he's trying to mend those fences and try to get everything back and try to right the wrongs of his former friend now back to being friend, what he did in the past. And I can also see with Darby having the title, this leading to a match with him and Swerve in October at the Seattle pay-per-view, the Wrestle Dream show, so where they would feud over the TNT title. And while it could be a quicker reign for Darby if he were to lose the title then, I think it could be a fulfilling reign in that short period of time. And I think him getting the title could potentially get this back on track and could be looked at as slightly a bright spot here in what's been viewed as a dark time for the TNT title. So now on to a tag match that'll feature Eddie Kingston tagging up with Katsuyori Shibata, taking on the Blackpool Combat Club's team of Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. To me, this feels like a setup match to where things will all be leading to Arthur Ashe Stadium, to where I think we'll be seeing Eddie Kingston versus Claudio Castagnoli, and I think the team of Shibata and Kingston will be winning this match. It seems inevitable that Castagnoli and Kingston are on a collision course, and I think with Kingston getting the win here, if he pins Yuta or somehow pins Castagnoli, this just easily sets up the match for in a few weeks, where he's beaten Yuta multiple times now, and now Claudio needs to pay attention to him and take him on, and they'll take on each other in New York. And I still believe the inevitable feud with Jon Moxley's just waiting in the background, just waiting to happen. And I think Eddie going on a run here where he would win this match and then probably beat Castagnoli for the ROH title could lead to that match coming sooner than later. So now on to our next match for the ROH World Television Championship, where Samoa Joe will be putting his title up for grabs against Shane Taylor. For this match, I could truly see it going either way, with Joe's potential historic ROH World Television title reign coming to an end here at the hands of Shane Taylor. And I also be seeing this used as a way to get eyes on ROH, to where Joe just lost to this guy and you can only see him on Honor Club. But I think with Joe just losing to Punk at All In, I think he gets back on track and defeats Shane Taylor here to retain his television championship. Now, while I'm not in the full inner workings of Ring of Honor who could be next for Joe, I just think in terms of this AEW's main television with Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision, I think Joe's viewed as that guy, and keeping the title on him could keep his bully and his monster aspect going. And I think this could lead to someone else's feud, because I just have a strange feeling that Grand Slam's going to be like AEW ROH Night of Champions kind of deal, where every title that is under the AEW family of promotions will be up for grabs. And I think Joe keeping the title, maybe even having a rematch with Taylor at Arthur Ashe Stadium, could be something we could see in New York. So now on to match number 4 of the evening. And this will be a singles match where we see two of the biggest people in AEW going at it, where we see Miro take on Powerhouse Hobbs. Now, between these two behemoths, I could see either man coming out on top. And my pick to win this match is Powerhouse Hobbs. With Hobbs going back to the book of Hobbs, and we saw how that went last time, I think they're going to need to dig into this a lot more. And I think a win over Miro is a good first step for that. This gets him away from the QT Marshall stuff. Maybe he just has one more match where he demolishes QT. And now Hobbs can be looked on the warpath where he can be going anywhere for any title. And for Miro with the loss, I think he could be doing his promos that he's normally been doing, and this could lead to a potential addition to Miro to where he has some sort of character change for things to happen in the future. So now on to a potential match that's not official, but there's going to be a call out on Collision, and Ricky Starks is going to call out Ricky the Dragon Steamboat for a strap match at the show. Now, I don't think this would be the match. I don't think Ricky Steamboat is going to be in a strap match at All Out. I think this was set up to have Punk be the savior, and who knows what's going to happen with him, if he'll even be there on Sunday. But if this is still going to happen and there's going to be a call out and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's going to have someone fill in, I think this could be a good spot for Wardlow to come play the hero and could potentially set him back up to what people thought of him back in the past. Now, while I'm not nuts about Ricky Starks potentially losing to a returning Wardlow here, I think the positives of this outweigh the negatives to where Wardlow could be cooked up. Hell, he could even be in the tournament to face MJF in New York for the World Championship, because as we saw the last time before MJF left to come back and get the chip, he did lose to Wardlow, and they can just play into that, and this could easily be set up for that. But I'm just going to put this out there. If Punk does somehow get on the show and him and Ricky Starks have a match, I think Ricky Starks should beat CM Punk and be the new real world champion here. Even though I don't think the live audience would be too nuts about it, I think overall it'd be the smarter decision to just move on with that and try to fix things later. So now we'll move on to our women's championship match for the TBS title. We'll be seeing Chris Statlander putting her championship on the line against Ruby Soho. I think the trios women's match on Saturday on Collision will point us even harder in direction of how this one's going to work out. But I feel regardless of how that goes on Saturday, I think Chris Statlander will be retaining the TBS championship here. I think the way Statlander retains is going to be how Saturday goes, because if the Outcasts are on shaky ground where Tony's like still crazy Tony and not sure if she's in or out though now, even though Wednesday she said that they're fully gone, that I could see some shenanigans happening here and cost Ruby the match, and then we could lead into a Outcast triple threat maybe for the women's championship later down the road. Or Chris Statlander does have a dominant title defense and keeps the championship, beating Ruby Soho and moving on to the next thing in the women's division. That could hopefully help this and become more of a bright spot on the shows on Wednesdays and Saturday. So now we'll move on to an 8-man tag where we'll be seeing Bullet Club Gold take on FTR and the Young Bucks. This match feels like it's going to set up whoever's going to be challenging FTR for the tag team titles next. And I think with the Bucks being down from All In, I think that'll continue, and I think Bullet Club Gold will be defeating FTR and the Bucks here. I just want to see another match with Juice and Jay White taking on FTR, and I think potentially Grand Slam easily set up with the win here could be the move for Bullet Club Gold to take on FTR. I could also see with the Bucks losing here and being down after losing at the biggest show in the company history and then losing this match the week after, them being down on their luck, and with an unlikely guy to bring them up, someone who's usually down on his own luck, where Hangman comes in to try to bring up the Bucks, and maybe the Hung Bucks will be going for those trios titles. So now on to our next match, which will feature another member of the Elite, Kenny Omega, taking on Konosuke Takeshita. And this will be the hype short of the pay-per-view. That'll be up at 8 a.m. tomorrow, featuring these two and their history leading to this moment at All Out. And I think at this pay-per-view at All Out, Kenny Omega will be walking out with the win, defeating Takeshita. I think with Kenny being the one who got pinned in Wembley Stadium, I think him getting the win here, he could just show that, hey, beating me in a multi-man's one thing, but beating singles Kenny Omega is just a different animal. And Takeshita might have gotten one up on him at the biggest show, but this time he won't be getting the win this go around. I also think this match is going to be the longest match on the show, and one of the matches that it's probably going to be the best match on the show, I believe, because I think these guys have so much to call back on from their time in Japan, and then even the lead in to this match from things with the Blackpool Combat Club to now. I think we just see so many good moments in this match. It'll be something that'll be looked on. This will hopefully be one of the most talked about matches for good reasons after All Out is done. So now on to a Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship match where Better Than You Baby will be putting their titles on the line for the first time against the Dark Order. Now I feel like this is a layup pick, and I think that Adam Cole and MJF will be retaining the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships here. I see this match being used as maybe the seeds being planted that one of these guys is not in this as much as the other, because until this finally blows up, I think all of the MJF Adam Cole interactions and matches are just going to be dissected at the who's gonna do it. Someone's gonna do this, and I don't know who, but one of you is gonna turn on the other. I don't know when, but it's coming. I also think the natural progression that we all see is Cole and MJF taking on Matt Taven and Mike Bennett soon, but I also think with Roderick Strong jumping into the tournament to go for the World Championship, I don't think he's gonna win, and I think he'll be taking on Adam Cole at Arthur Ashe Stadium, and I could see it comes the moment where it looks like Roddy's like his neck's screwed, feud, and Adam Cole's sizing him up to win it, and I think Adam Cole will take the shot to where it shows that MJF in Adam Cole's mind as of right now is a better friend to him than Roderick Strong, which will add on to the inevitable split between Adam Cole and MJF, making it even better. And now it's time for the main event for the AEW International Championship. Orange Cassidy putting his title on the line against Jon Moxley. Now, leading into this match, this felt like a slam dunk, no doubt that Jon Moxley's walking out the International Champion. But after the promo Orange Cassidy cut at the end of Dynamite yesterday, it's put some doubt in my mind, but I still believe a year after losing in the main event of All Out, Jon Moxley will be walking out the winner and new international champion here. This match felt inevitable that it was going to happen, and that all these title defenses and matches that Orange Cassidy were in were all going to lead to a point where he does lined up against someone who can exploit all the things that have happened to Orange Cassidy in the past and take advantage and pull the trigger and get the win and take the title from him. And I think easily Jon Moxley is that guy. But I don't know where that leaves Orange Cassidy for now. I think the move would be have Moxley win in some brutal fashion to where it's pretty clear Orange Cassidy's going to be gone for a while, and then I think Cassidy pops back up either going for the world title or he's knocking back on the door of Jon Moxley saying, you took what was mine, I want it back now. But I feel like regardless of how this match ends and who's the champion or not, you need to keep this international title being defended at all times, keeping it hot, keeping it rolling so it doesn't fall into where the TNT title is right now. Jon Moxley being the stalwart and being the new gatekeeper in the international championship mix could see some crazy matchups and some different matches that we haven't seen before. So that'll do it for my predictions for the 2023 edition of All Out. Enjoy the pay-per-view this weekend, both of them, well, pay-per-view and premium live event. Also be back here at 8 a.m. tomorrow for the Kenny and Takeshita short. Also, Broncos shorts will continue. I'm supposed to play tonight for the against the Chiefs. Hopefully we can rebound, right the wrong against the Jets. So come back for that. And if you like this video, hit the like button. If you like what I'm doing on the channel and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.